pieces of art.
Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. My name is Kim with Kim's Creative Art. So I wasn't going to video this, but I think somebody can learn something from this. So I am going to take you along with me on this journey. This is the first time I've done this. So I was asked to do a vendor show, and the vendor show is to help Newfoundland dogs. It's their rescue group, and the vendor show is to raise money for rescue. So I had an idea, and well, you'll see this is the Newfoundland outline, and this is Alaskan Malamute. This happens to be my own dog's outline. I also have a t-shirt business, and I use this in my t-shirt business quite a bit. So I thought, why not bring it into resin and see what I can do? So my thought was originally, it was just this is like 1/8 of an inch. Oh, there you go. 1/8 of an inch, not very thick. I found a local person here that could cut it for me, and he cut it like this. And well, then I had a bigger idea, and I really wanted it to be 1/4 of an inch. So I took 2/8 and glued them together, and I have some clear glaze over it for these two. And so I am going to make molds for these. And so this one, well, I think for both of them right now, I do some geode artwork too as well. I've really enjoyed doing that. I don't have any video on that. I just have the one picture of the one that I've done. But I thought I would make some ornaments. And I thought, how cool would that be for rescue? So what I'm going to do, I've already, so I've glued them together, and I've coated them with some clear glaze by Krylon. And next I am going to put some liquid latex on the back so that I'm going to make a resin mold. I'm going to coat this in resin and then make the mold from that so that it'll be all smooth and shiny. So I'm just going to take some of this liquid latex, and I'm going to put it on the backs of these. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do. We'll let that dry. Welcome to the next step of my project. So to start, just going to check to make sure that they're level, which they are. So I didn't let my resin get super thick like I normally would when I dome something, but I'm not doming. I'm coating these because I want it to run off the edges. So I'm just going to go back and put another layer on. All right, that one looks like it's covered. I'm going to just pour a little bit out here. I think I'm gonna let them cure. This is a continuation of my project. This is an ongoing project, so there's multiple videos involved here. Today's part, I'm going to be casting the actual ornament. So I had this made. In yesterday's video, I coated it with resin, and I'm going to be casting it today in a silicone mold. Now, I've never used this before, so I thought I would just take you along for the journey. And the first thing I'm going to do is take off my gloves, really. And I'm going to put some double-faced tape around here so I can stick it to the surface. So let's do that. I am very excited that they asked me to do this for them. Although I do not have Newfoundland dogs, I have Alaskan Malamutes. I am always up for the rescue end of it. There's so many dogs that need homes, and purebreds are no different. So I'm happy to help their event. Okay, so that is the double-faced tape. I will come back because this is going to take me a while. I don't have nails, and so I will be back for this. Okay, we are back. That was quite the feat when you don't have any nails. So I am going to just make sure that this is all clear. This is a new piece of parchment paper. And I'm just going to stick this down. And they had suggested putting some silicone around here. So I'm going to use my hot glue gun and just go around. Good morning, everybody. This is a continuation of my other videos for this project. And so I left off yesterday with casting this into silicone to make my own mold for this. However, what had happened, and I deleted the video, what had happened is it seeped underneath and pushed this up and obviously didn't work. So after researching, I am going to use this modeling clay. It's just plasticine modeling clay. Got it on Amazon. And I'm gonna put like a little rim all the way around here and stick it. Oh, and I'm gonna hot glue this here, here, and here and stick it down. So we will see. I'll do a little bit of it and then I'm gonna do the rest off camera because this will take a while. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this, like so, and I'm gonna make it into like a little snake. Like that. And I'm gonna go all the way around. Make sure you can see this. I'm gonna go all the way around the mold. Okay, so I got the whole outline here. So the suggestion was to put the glue on and stick it to the table, and then take a tool and work around to get the clay so that it's not sticking out at all. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a couple dollops of glue on here. And I'm gonna stick this to the table. Okay, then I've got some tools here. I'm going to use like a dotting tool, and we're just going to go around and take off the extra. Ooh, that worked out really well. I wasn't sure what tool I was going to use for this. The thing about making a mold is, of course, making the mold itself is not a difficult task. It's the prep work so that it all goes smooth, which I quickly found out was the biggest issue. I guess I didn't watch enough videos the first time. I was so excited to do it, and well, there you go. I wasted about 10 ounces or more of silicone. Oh well, it's only silicone. So I'm just going to go through here and make sure that this is all smooth, I guess. Okay, so I'm just gonna brush everything off, and I'm gonna put our mold on. So there is double-faced tape on the bottom of this mold, so I'm just pushing it down, and then I'm gonna put hot glue all the way around the base. After my glue warms up again. While that's warming, I will clean this off. I'm just going to wet a paper towel. So the good news is that yesterday when I did do the casting, the mold was super shiny, which is what I was looking for. So that worked by putting the resin on here first. Okay, so I am using today Let's Resin silicone rubber 15A. And this is measured, it's 1-to-1 by weight. And I figured this is 6x6. Let me just double check that. I want to make sure. Yeah, 6x6. and I want it a 1/2 inch deep. So you take 6 times 6 times 1/2, and you get 18 cubic inches. Then you convert that to ounces, which I just plugged into Google, and it gave me about 10 ounces. So I'm going to mix up 12 just to be on the safe side. And let me move this to my ounces. Okay. All right, so we're going to do 6 ounces of A and 6 ounces of B. Okay, so this is all mixed. You just have to do it for the 3 to 5 minutes. There's really no way of knowing, I think, if it's mixed or not. It doesn't show like resin, so I am gonna pour it in. Okay, there she is. I hope it works. Okay, so we will see you on the demold. It is time to take this out and see how it went. I'm very curious. It looked like it went much better than it did the first time. Okay, so it does take a little finagling here, so bear with, actually, we are gonna put these over here. Okay, got it all cleaned up. And now we can take this out and see how the mold did. It is absolutely perfect. I'm so excited. Yes, okay. I just have, just looks like just this little bit to clean up here. Very little. Well, overall, I am very pleased with that. This just worked out perfectly. And I am going, it's got to cure for 1 to 3 days, so I'll probably let it cure for 3 days. And then we will try it and see how it does. But overall, very, very happy with this. Okay, we'll see you in the next step. Good evening, everybody. Well, this is my mold. This is my first mold, and I will be using this ornament for a vendor show in October. So I think it came out good. I'm excited to try it. Now, this is my goal, and I want to see if I can do it. So a while back, I think earlier part of this year, I was playing around with these little discs, and I came up with this. Oh, Can you see that? Oh, with the light there. And it's kind of like a Petri effect. And that is what I want to accomplish for the first ornament. So I did take notes on it. And so the idea is to put clear resin down first, then drop your color in, your alcohol inks. And then I mixed up some of this Lamina white alcohol ink. I mixed it up in some resin. I don't know how much, I just squirted it in until I thought it looked good. So it did that. And then I dropped the same Lamino I dropped on top like a sinker. And then I drizzled with clear resin to get it all separated. So that is the goal today. Whether it'll work, don't know. So I'm gonna first, I also mixed up a little bit of glitter here because I want a little bit of glitter. I want a little bit of glitter in there. So I thought this would be pretty with the blue and the purple. So I am just gonna put this just randomly in here. And then I'm gonna put some clear resin in. I am using J. Diction low viscosity. I'm gonna just pour some in. I basically want to give it a thin layer. That's what I'm looking for. But enough that it can hold the inks. All right, then I am going to mix some Lamino in here in my little beaker. I don't even know how much I'm using. I'm totally eyeballing this just to see if this is going to work. So let's see, I've got some measurements here somewhere on here. So this is about 25 grams. And I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna squirt it in. We'll see what that looks like. May have been a little too much. And while this is getting thick, I am going to drop some ink in. I think I'm going to add a little bit more resin to the white. It's looking a little thin. And I want to keep some for drizzling at the end, so okay, I'm going to let this sit as it is for just a few minutes. Might put in. Okay, I'm going to let this thicken. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we are back. I am going to drizzle this white. May have made it a little heavy. So I'm just going to drizzle it. I'm just putting it in a paper cup so that I can pinch the top. Yeah. And then the next thing is just putting Lamino on top to kind of push everything down. We'll let that dance around a little bit before I drizzle. I hope this looks good. Looks like I made a little way too much on that, but you know. And then I'm gonna also put this clear in a paper cup. All right, and I'm just gonna drizzle this over the top. The white has done dancing around, so I'm just gonna drizzle this. I'm doing the drizzle just to break up the color a little bit, just so it separates. I kind of like that look. That is it. I can't wait to see what this turns out, how it turns out. So we will see you with that tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. So I am going to demold this and see how it did. Oh my goodness, is that cool? That is very, let me turn the light off. That is very cool. Very excited. This is my first mold, and it came out good, and it's shiny. It's perfect. I love it. Great. Thank you so much for watching.